夜明けを待つ僕らの目の前正しさは変わられた世に浮かぶ君を苦しめるものなら僕が閉じ込めておくから同じ夢を見られたいから焼き付くのはせない景色と思いをえ舞うかけら君の声君の歌が今も僕のそばで鳴る目に映る世界は白くまだ夜に揺らいで
Alright, everybody, hello and welcome to the OC Catch World Cup 2025. We have our first match of our grand finals weekend. This one, not too much stakes, or maybe all of the stakes in the world, but it's not one of our primary matches this week. We've got a wonderful show match between some of the best that we've seen in this tournament. Of course, outside of the three finalist teams, we've got All-Star Red and All-Star Blue with the team members there. I am one of your commentators for this show match, Toph Daddy, joined here by Maito. How's it going?
I'm doing very, very well. I'm excited to be here for the grand finals. Wasn't able to quite be there for finals last time, but it's awesome to see some of the best players we've seen, and I think a few staff as well, right?
Yeah.
And various other players come in and try this just behemoth of the map pool. So super ready and just willing to jump right into this.
Yeah, and you are right. There are a couple of staff members. You got Bunray on the red team and Spectator on the blue team at the very least coming in for that.
Yep.
But regardless, just some of the best players we have to offer, and it'll be so fun to watch how these guys are able to perform on this grand finals pool. The one of the most difficult pools I've seen in a long time. Definitely going to be worth seeing how this goes, and gives the audience at home a little bit of a chance to see how these players, how the best players in the world could be playing on this map pool, give an idea of what we might be able to expect from our 2 grand finals matches later this weekend.
Yep, but I think we're already into the picks or the picks and bans. I think roles have come down from the captains. Not exactly sure who they are. They might be Kame and QWHJ, or they could be other players completely. I'm not entirely sure. Seems like are there just no bans? Or
I have no idea. If I had to guess based on the list of names we saw on the teams, Kame seems to be the red team's captain, and Spectator would be blue. That just because they're the first 2 names that were listed on each team, so that would make sense.
That is what I assumed as well. I hope that's the case, but we'll see shortly. I think, regardless. Let's see what blue team bans.
And honestly, not really sure what to expect out of bans. Usually you could come in with a little bit of analysis and try to predict what these teams are going to ban, but these some of the best players in the world not necessarily going to have any specific strengths out the gate. A little bit tougher to kind of have an idea of what the players would want to get rid of.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I mean, it's not like the most serious thought process. I think maybe just try not to ban the bangers is a common pick method or non-ban method in these kind of matches, because you want to hear the good songs, the Osu originals, stuff like that. Which I think is Hidden 3 and of course the tiebreaker this week, and full custom maps except for the convert, I believe, too.
Seems to be pretty common, or at least has been common for the map pools, but still good to see, especially for a pool this difficult. I think it's going to makes for, I think, higher quality pools, but also just make sure that none of the players really, it doesn't give anyone a specific advantage from knowing how the other players are going to be on some of the maps, right?
Yeah, definitely. They're taking a long time to think here. Any minute now, they'll decide what to go for. Come on, QWHD, you got this. Or is it Spectator? I don't know.
Just roll the dice. Roll the dice and make sure you don't ban the Osu original in the regular pool.
Any banners? Yeah, true. Please.
I believe that only... Is it just Hidden 3 that's the Osu original in this round? Or is it a different map? I thought it was.
I believe it's Hidden 3 and then the
tiebreaker. That one, of course, that one's going to be. And DTG gets the ban.
QWHD. Finally, we have a ban in.
And Kame looking upset about that one. And Hidden 2 getting the ban, so we don't get our low AR, we don't get our super dense speed DT. Neither of those get to be played here. We may get to see the Osu original, depends on, or I imagine we're going to see both of them, whether it's scripted to go to tiebreaker or we just have a show match at the end of it. But one way or another, we'll have to rely on the teams to pick up on HD3.
This is true. Surely they can. We can get something going there, but seems like a pretty fun map. I mean, to be fair, I feel like most people watching this will find trouble in getting a lot of combo on these maps just because they're so extreme. They're like proper end game, like ridiculous level that only the best can play, which is I think how grand finals should be this year, and it really has lived up to that name this round. So I'm excited to see how these guys go on it as well. But I definitely didn't have a super fun time getting absolutely destroyed by all of them.
Right, yeah. I mean, and you get the opportunity, these map poolers get an opportunity to kind of test skills that you wouldn't necessarily get to all the time. Like, I think we talked a lot about some maps being like stamina intensive, but for the kinds of players that we see, even like the semis and finals, the longer maps and that, like the Nomad ones and all of that, don't really get to the point where stamina actually becomes an issue. But, you know, we have a map in the pool. Like, if you saw Nomad 3 in the showcase, that might be the most stamina draining map I've ever seen in my life. And it's nice to be able to see that we actually have maps that might start to challenge some players in skill sets you don't usually get to see.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, all of these maps are pretty intense. Of course, there's kind of maps like Hidden 2 that require just pure reading. You know, it's AR8. It's pretty tough. But most of Grand Finals maps just destroy your arms. You know, that's how a lot of them are built to play. Just so much precision and mechanics needed for all of them. So yeah, here we go. First match we get to see of this Grand Finals pool played between two teams. So very excited to get underway here.
Absolutely. AR 9.3 up to 10.5 in Grand Finals. Pretty normal for the Nomad ones, at least that we've seen in the previous years for Grand Finals. But this is such a high approach rate. It's really hard to even see the nodes coming down, have to have really good reaction time. And that difficulty definitely showing its head. QWHJ, the only player to hold on with a full combo through that intro. AF right behind them, having missed pretty early on, but recovering as well. But the overall combo advantage definitely in favor of Team Red, as Netamaro and Lume not able to read this super well.
The rating definitely seems to be a big factor. This 10.5 AR is catching them out, but QWHJ, the captain, also finally drops that combo. Players on Team Red, are doing a much better job so far. All of 100. Oh well, never mind. They all dropped 2. Now that score lead is going a little down, but Netamaro and Lume keep missing, and it's staying in Red's favor pretty handedly here.
Yeah, QWHJ able to find some semblance of combo, but needs some backup. Does actually find a miss as well, as Lume and Netamaro match that. No one really able in the entire lobby to find a lot of combo, but it looks like all three red teams on all three players on the red team able to usually get to around that 100, whereas Lume and Netamaro having trouble finding any combo at all at that point. I think that's really what's giving the advantage right now to Team Red.
Yeah, fantastic score from QWHJ. Up in the top spot of this lobby so far, I believe. And I mean, you can see how difficult, how high this AR is. I mean, 10.5, 9.3 base is definitely nothing to scoff at all. In fact, it's something that really should be feared, I think,
absolutely,
when you're playing it. I mean, 86% on Lume. Poor Lume is having a not great time here.
Yeah, only one player actually holding on to an S rank right now, and it's not even the top score in the lobby at the moment, with Kame just barely holding on to that S rank. QWHJ a little bit ahead, and no one else really able to match. Insomnia is finding a little bit of a semblance of combo, building up that up to about 250 combo now, trying to do it, but does find a break as Kame reaches the 200 now and maintains the only S rank in the lobby.
Yep. Very chill win in the end here for All-Star Red, and the map just closing out now. A couple of back and forth and streams left to be had, but that is well and truly sealed here. Red win their first pick by a very decent 350k margin.
Kevin dropped the S right at the end.
Oh wait, no! Oh, that is tragic. That is tragic, and I think I was a little surprised to see Arisi will not be playing here, but I think they are just not on at the moment, so someone had to fill in, and Lume unfortunately had to kind of take the bullet there, but put on a solid performance regardless for how difficult the map is.
Yeah, one way or another. I mean, we mentioned that this is kind of a showcase of some of the best players in the world going at it on this Grand Finals pool, and our highest score in the lobby was 780k. If that means to give you an idea of how difficult this pool actually is.
Yep, so punishing every map. And, we're not going to slow down. We're only going to continue in this intensity as we move over to Blue's pick, who hopefully might take a little bit less of a time, just kind of throw a pick out there. You know, I think that DT might have a little bit of a third player issue, at least in terms of reading. Maybe the DT3 might kind of go the same way, considering how dense it is. But you know, maybe DT4 could be a little easier.
Yeah, I mean, you say dense, but DT3 also AR 10.5. So
that's true.
It's not only dense; it has a very high approach rate on top of that.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. That's just a mean map. CS a tiny bit more forgiving, but it's not much of a you know, condolence. Oh, okay, it's going to be No Mod 3 actually.
I mentioned this as one of the points of interest in this pool, where you get a little bit of a new skill set, where you have the precision of the map itself, but with the constant wiggly motion and the dash control you need. This is maybe the most stamina draining pick I've seen in any of the Catch World Cups in previous years.
Yeah,
and it's only 2 minutes long.
I know, so much packed into only 2 minutes, right?
Just a lot to deal with.
It really, really is. And I wonder if we probably will see some roster swap outs here between the teams. Seems that I assume Kame will be in for most of these, as well as QWHJ, two really top players who can play most things. But is that actually a swap out? Am I going to get instantly proven wrong? I'm not sure, but Netamaru is staying in for now. It's only Netamaru and Kame. Where is everyone else?
We're just figuring out who wants to play the No Mod 3, I guess. Spectator jumping in for Team Blue. I think that makes sense.
Yep, first appearance. And Satomi's coming in as well as Netamaru. Fake coming in as well. QWHJ returns, unsurprisingly.
Okay, so it looks like we're getting one swap out on each side. Satomi, 79 coming back in, Spectator coming in, but the other 4 players staying in from our DT1 pick.
Yep, seems that there will definitely be some core players. I mean, you know, there's only 5 per team, so it's not exactly an abundance. You know, it's not a full team.
It
seems that a risk might not be here either. So. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so if that's the case, Team Blue might only have one swap out available. In this case, with Spectator coming in for Lume.
Yep. Wait, Spectator doesn't even have the map? Question mark. New map.
Sight read, map pooler.
The sight read buff is real, I bet.
Well, sight read, map pooler buff.
True. In any case, here we go. No Mod 3. One of the most intense maps we have in store. And compared to everything else, that says a lot.
Yeah, and it doesn't look that intense when you're just watching it. It's kind of just wiggles at 170 BPM for the most part. And that's kind of like what you expect out of Nidaking maps, where it's a lot of dash control with the wiggles and the stamina requirement and the precision with that CS 5.5. But this just takes it to a whole other level, makes it that much more difficult, especially with how consistent it is with the motions.
Yeah. Absolute juggernaut of the map. We already see multiple misses coming out from pretty much everyone except Kame and Netamaru, who holding onto 2 double S's respectively, but Neta goes down. It's only Kame now remaining, but not quite having the support needed to drag that lead over to his team's side. Team Blue going to take about a 1 miss lead. QWHJ building back up to 200, as well as Netamaru here now, and Duo Satomi continue to fall, but so does QWHJ.
Netamaru finds a very full team wipe from Team Blue. Still with the double S is Kame, helping bring the lead back a little bit, but Ayuk and Satomi not able to hold some combo to try and get that lead back in their favor. As we hit that final pattern, going into this middle section, Kame halfway through the map,
what
still
are you
with
doing?
the double. No!
Oh my god, no.
You cursed it!
What have I done? What have I done? amazing performance up until that point, though, and this is getting very, very close. It's only 5k in Blue's advantage, and it keeps on dwindling. Although that's 2 misses coming out from both sides, actually. Kame loses the combo again. It's only QWHJ, the captain, who holds on above 200 now, but it's still less than a miss of an advantage, and it's going to swap over with that drop. Red now have the advantage.
And Kame, the only one building up combo. QWHJ trying to match it as well, but that's a 30,000 point lead as Kame builds the combo back up to the combo bonus level, and no one else able to really find any kind of footing. Netamaru also finally finding something, but does miss as Kame just looking to put the carry pants on. Last few patterns in the map with insane performance by Kame. What is this?
Still holding combo up until the end. Of course, I have to say something as soon as he drops, but what a score here. 931k, completely gapping the rest of the lobby and solely pulling his team to the win there. Would have been outdone probably if all the, well, definitely if all the teams, if he had just a little bit, even 100k less of a score there, but no, 931k, unbelievable.
4 misses.
What a performance.
Insane. What? 4?
4 misses. How can you do that? Definitely the most standout score we've seen so far. And Red get a breakpoint too.
They certainly do, and they're going to get a chance to solidify an even bigger lead if they're able to take their own point here. GT1 went well for them. They've got that D2-3 with the high approach rate again available for them.
Yep, absolutely. They clearly have a pretty large gap on maps like that, so wouldn't be surprised to see that come out. You know, depending on how seriously they're wanting to win this thing, I suppose, you know, they might jump around just to show some variety. We don't know what's going through the Showmatch team's heads. I would say it's a little bit different of a thought process than if you're just trying to go all out and win an actual grand finals match, but you never know. Regardless, it is back to their pick, and well, they're going for it. It's DT3. Okay.
There's a term in standard called speed abusing. I think that's what's happening right now.
Yeah, this is pure abuse. But I mean, you know, maybe if Arisial could sneak in, but I don't think he's here at the moment. Unfortunately, could give a little bit of a chance to All-Star Blue, but Paul Lume might have to suffer through another high AR map here. But you never know. I mean, with the density, it is a little easier in some regards, where it's just, you know, a bit lower CS as well. So maybe more easy to kind of glide across the patterns. Although on a map like this, it's really hard to say.
Yeah, I mean, I would almost venture to say that a lower CS like this, as dense as it gets, might be worse for some players, because it's just gonna it's gonna clog up the screen a little bit with the larger fruits. It's certainly easier to hit, but it is going to clog it up a little more than you'd normally expect.
I think it depends. It definitely depends on the player, but let's just hope that All-Star Blue can put up a bit better of a fight than how DT1 went. Of course, this is very similar AR. It's a lot more dense, so let's see if they can break back here and put up a bit of a surprise performance.
Lume building up the hit, putting the hit in on, is able to find some combo, but does miss. All 3 players on blue not having a great time. Similar story from the first time we saw the DTs. Kame taking the 200 combo out the gate, does find a couple misses, and that lead starts to shrink a little bit, as it looks like Team Blue actually able to have a little bit better of a time on something like this. I think the density actually might be helping them a little bit in this case. Though Red Team definitely still has that advantage, as all 3 players on blue struggling to find any combo now.
Yep, that lead is starting to cement itself around that 100k mark, although Kame finds the drop there. More misses come out of Team Red, and Team Blue with the combo advantage at the moment, but with that miss from Lume, it's going to go back to the other side. Eclipses 100k once again. We're almost halfway through already, and it's a 6-digit lead to Team Red. They definitely look a lot more comfortable.
certainly do. Netamaru and Lume having a little bit of trouble. QWHJ does find a little bit of combo, but a full lobby wipe there is going to stop blue team from getting anything out of that. And no one in the lobby now able to find anything. 130,000 points, staying pretty consistent in favor of Team Red, with no one able to really find any combo, except now Kame, who is just too good so far. This guy's putting on an insane performance.
Yeah, putting on a show for sure. Yet again, top scoring the lobby on this DT3 pick. And they're really showing no mercy so far. Team Red just all out on their 2 picks so far. It's a combo advantage again to Team Blue. They're going to pull back that lead a little bit, but just misses galore across this map. These dense sections destroying everyone's combo every time. And that's only going to hurt the team who's behind. And, well, we're almost at the end here now. Another pretty chill win for Team Red as they advance to 3-0.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely looked better for Team Blue than DT1 did, but still the approach rate gap a little bit too hard to overcome there.
At least there were 2 S's this time, rather than everyone getting an A. So, you know, I think a marked improvement's definitely Team Blue put up a better fight than on DT1 there, but it was still a bit too much of a third player difference, I think.
Definitely seems to be the case, but All-Star Blue going to get the chance. QWHA tells them to stop picking DT. Don't worry, they only have one more DT pick left, and then they're done. They can't pick anymore.
It's not high IR, at least. You know,
it's not. It's actually below 10, which is crazy for this round.
Yep. That is pretty wild, actually. That is how you know it's going to be a messed up control DT, when it's not even like above AR10, you know?
Yeah, I'm just looking at the
Still
stats.
9.8.
9.8 and a circle size of 5.5. So,
yep.
Have fun.
Good luck. Good luck to you for that map. But Blue now have another chance for their second pick here. So, let's see what they go for. I imagine not DT. It would be funny if they picked DT4, I'm not going to lie. Like, that would be really funny. But I doubt it.
I could see a hidden 3 coming out here. I could also see a mixed mod 2 maybe coming out. Seems like that's kind of the direction that would go in if you're trying to avoid the really high approach rate stuff. Could also take hidden 1 on top of that for the same reason. Keme is just showing off too much on the high approach rate stuff, and also the low approach rate stuff, but that's okay. No mod 2 comes out.
It's actually going to be no mod 2. Oh, damn it, I was about to say, like, they picked no mod 3, and usually the teams who like these recent no mod 3s, which have kind of been sort of tech-based, which kind of need a lot of mechanical and control skill, and they did pretty well to keep up with Team Red for the entirety of no mod 3, so I was going to say that no mod 2 can also be an option, but they picked it before I could say anything. But regardless, this is a fantastic custom by Rusty, who's a great mapper in this community, and it's exactly what you expect, an endgame tech pick.
Absolutely. Short and sweet, just over 2 minutes, so no more stamina to deal with, but these patterns are just brutal. We do see Bunray coming in for the first time in this matchup. Spectators swapping back in for Lume as well for Team Blue.
Yep. Swap outs expected from DT back into another no mod now. But we're underway with the rosters back in action, and yeah, this is the first time we're seeing Bunray play, though, right?
Yeah, in this match it is.
Yeah, in this match. Not in Catch World Cup history or anything, but in the show match at least. And a couple of early misses out of quite a few players here. Insomnia finding a bit of struggle as well as QWHJ, actually, but there's another 2 big drops. Never mind, everyone drops except for QWHJ on that combo there, and it's a very minimal lead to Team Blue, which immediately evaporates with more misses coming down.
Yeah, as soon as QWHJ miss evaporated, more misses coming out. The double miss from both sides, actually. Kame and Netamaru only wants to hold combo through that pattern. Trying to build it back up. We have a 200 combo now. Netamaru putting the team on their back. Kame does find a drop and starts giving Blue team quite a bit of a lead now. Largest lead we've seen for Team Blue, I think, for this entire match so far. As that combo stays intact and we get into this really technical section here, but multiple players are starting to build up. Netamaru finally breaks. Spectator also drops. Kame and Insomnia now both at 200. QWHJ the only one matching it, and that lead starts to shrink just a little bit.
Yep, down 10k here for Team Blue, but stabilizing now as Insomnia drops as well as Bunray. Netamaru builds back up to 200, hitting all of the tap dashes back and forth along with QWHJ as well into this calm before the storm section. 130k lead to Team Blue. It's only Kame yet again who has the highest score in the lobby, as well as almost the highest combo, not quite compared to QWHJ, but it's very, very close between the two players at the moment. Here we go into the more technical sections, and it's Kame the first to drop. Everyone on the board going down there, but it's only going to favor Team Blue with a quarter left to go.
Absolutely. And QWHJ the only one to get through that and messes up on the wiggles right after it. So a full team wipe on that transition as well. Only going to support Team Blue there. Keep them in the lead for now as we get into this ending pattern. Not too long of a dissection here at the end. And it looks like Team Blue going to be able to take their first point in this match.
Yeah, this ending section is unbelievable. No one really getting any combo except for Kame, who's yet again going to be the MVP of the lobby, but not quite enough support that time to get the point. And a much needed win here. Their first for Team Blue, who finally get a win on their own pick. And look at that leaderboard. 2 S's, an A, and 3 B's. So a bit of discrepancy in showing just how difficult that one is. And maybe when you see it as well, possibly.
Possibly.
Anyway.
If you see it.
If you see it. Still looks good here for Team Red though, right?
Yeah, they're still a break point ahead. They didn't need to win that in order to feel comfortable about moving forward in the match. Team Blue does need to get a break point, though, if they want to at least get themselves to tiebreaker. And Hidden 3 coming out from Team Red, actually. So we are going to get the Osu original.
Let's go.
Thank you, Wengeline.
Wengeline, my absolute goat. Amazing, amazing artist. Love them. And mapped by Fob and Connor. Yeah. As the diff name says. Wonder if we might see some... We'll definitely see Spectator here. One of the best hidden players in the game.
Yeah, it kind of does interest me that they didn't want to take advantage of Spectator's hidden ability and kind of avoided this. But Team Red actually end up being the ones to move into the hidden pool first. And, you know, after picking the 2 high AR DTs, it does avoid the other DT, the gimmicky lower approach rate and high CS one. So have to see if they end up being brave enough to pick it later on in the match if they're not feeling comfortable enough to go at it right after winning both of the other 2 DTs very convincingly.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be interested to see how the match continues to unfold, but we have Kame on Hidden, who doesn't seem to be super confident in his abilities here, possibly, but you know, this is none of these maps, regardless of the mod pool, are easy to tangle, but I think we've seen some great performances from Kame so far. I think it's acceptable if he isn't able to carry absolutely every point and top score for Red Team. But regardless, we have our players in here. Lume also expected to come in, a pretty solid hidden player for Germany in the tournament in the past couple of weeks before they were eventually eliminated, and unsurprisingly, QWHJ in as well.
Yeah, we got our teams ready to go for this hidden pick. One of the longer maps that we've seen so far. I believe actually the longest that they've played in this match, 3.5 minutes. Very, very technical, high approach rate, 9.8. A little bit forgiving on the circle size, but similar to some of the maps we've seen, you kind of need that circle size to be a little bit smaller to even have a chance to hit some of these patterns.
Yep. That is how Hidden 3 has kind of evolved over the last few weeks. They've just been just ridiculous patterns we've seen on Hidden 3. Has actually been, I think, one of the hardest slots in the last couple rounds as well. And I don't think this is much of an exception either. Just super mechanical, needing a lot of just pure dash control and ability to be able to perform well here, but let's see how our players get on. Blue with a break point needed.
Starting off pretty good for Team Blue. A couple misses on each side. Lume and Satomi trading, but 2 full combos apiece. QWHG is going to match that. Kame going to find a break as well. So 1 full combo apiece. Spectator and Bunray fighting for the lead right now. Satomi going to find a break. Spectator dropping their full combo. Bunray, the last one in the lobby, left with the full combo on his hidden 3. And more misses coming out from Team Blue. A double trade going to keep Blue in the lead as Bunray does drop the full combo. But multiple breaks from Team Blue is going to give Team Red a small advantage. But with everyone missing it, it is not going to be a huge lead. Just about 10,000 points as no one able to find any combo.
Misses absolutely everywhere here, but it seems Red has finally maybe stabilized just a little bit. I mean, it's hard to say when misses keep coming down. It's really just about who has missed less, and right now that is Team Red. Team Blue just getting no combo, almost above 50 is the difficulty at this rate for Team Blue, although a lot of drops coming out from that red side. Starts to send the lead back. This lead is just seesawing all over the place. It's hard to even call what happens because it keeps going up and down. Oh, I'm already missing a little bit of the stack there. Oh no.
Missing the end of it.
But it's going down. Still within a single miss difference, although there's going to be a lot more than that, I have to say.
Lume trades with Satomi there. QWHA continue to find some breaks. Bunray and Kame building up on top of Spectator. Bunray does find a break, and that's a 4-way miss across the lobby. Kame, the only one holding combo at the moment, and that red team lead staying intact for now. But Kame does drop it as QWHJ tries to build that up as well.
Yeah, reaches 200 combo there, but 2 more misses from his teammates come down, which inhibits that ability to take the lead back. There's still a quarter left, and it's under 20k almost yet again. QWHA drops that combo though. Kame building up past 100 as well as Bunray, although they go down now as well as Spectator. It's still remaining close here. This last section is definitely going to decide whether the lead keeps getting closer or if it blows out, and it might just do the latter. 50k now for Team Red. Misses coming out, so many it's hard to keep up. 60k now for the red team, and they look like they might just be putting this one away.
Absolutely, still have this ending section left. No one finding any combo. 1 combo would be enough to start bringing that lead over if anyone's able to find it. But literally no one is able to find anything right now. Kame does get to 100 very briefly, but that's only going to serve to keep Team Red in the lead through this ending. This ending is just so brutal.
Yep, and well, Kame talked about being maybe a little uncomfortable on this map. Kame hidden grand finals, but no, it didn't matter at all. Yet again, another top score from the Italian, and
no S ranks again on this map.
That one is a slog, isn't it, Toph? What a map, and it's 4-0 to Team Red.
Team Blue does get their pick here. Got to figure out what they're doing. They won the Nomad 2. They've got some options available. They could go for some more technical picks. They could go for a mixed mod 1 or a hard rock 3 if they want to stick with the same kind of deal. If they're going from the Nomads here, I could see a Nomad 1 coming out. but I don't know if that fits in the same kind of map pool area that they'd want to attack in the same way that like Nomad 2 and Nomad 3 did.
Yeah, well, still a good range of choices here, but you know, regardless, they're going to need to pick well. It's not exactly the best situation for Team Blue at the moment. I still think that they can compete pretty well on Hidden. I mean, if that last pick is anything to go off, of course, Hidden 1 is still there, and Hidden 2 was banned by Team Red, so clearly they feel maybe a little uncomfortable on that Hidden pool, but I think Hidden 1, being what it is, could definitely still favour them, Team Blue, that is.
Yeah, absolutely. I could definitely see that coming about, but gotta come up with a pick here. Still waiting to hear from Team Blue, making a decision. Pretty difficult, especially after having seen everything that Team Red has been capable of. That Nomad 3 score being the break point and then winning all 3 of their own picks, just kind of almost dominantly for most of them. Hidden 3 was the closest one that was still 70,000 points of difference.
Yep. Team Red have looked very good, but it's Team Blue's pick, and they choose Mixmod 3 here. So jumping quite a bit down the kind of map pool ladder screen here to MX3, and this is a Jack Frost Mr. Pinking map, and very, very technical, very mechanics based as well, and yeah, this one's going to be tough, but I think this could be another close one, with all teams probably having one player at least to be on each mod comfortably.
Yeah, you'd expect to see someone like Spectator coming in for Blue on the Hidden, potentially see Lume on Hard Rock. That seems to be the thought process that would go through my head. Kame would make sense on Hard Rock to me.
Yep. Or maybe Lume will be the hidden play here.
That's also possible. Lume, really good hidden player, as well as Hard Rock. Just it's a little weird to see them in a different team, because in Germany they were always the Hard Rock player.
Yeah. It's definitely understandable, but anything goes for the All-Stars match. Weird and wonderful things happen in these matches, so you never know what might happen. Well, lots of swap outs though, it seems. Players coming in and out, teams trying to decide who they want their mod players to be. Will this be the final lineup? Will there be more players coming in and out? I think this is going to be it. Kame is saying good luck.
Yeah, looks like we're getting there. Kame, Metamaru, likely the Hard Rocks, I guess. Satomi and Lume, maybe the Hidden, and then Insomnia, QWHJ gonna be taking that Nomad, if I had to guess, based on positions in the lobby. But no, Kame and Netamaru actually both going on the Nomad, and it'll be Insomnia and QWHJ on the Hard Rock instead.
Alright, interesting. And Lume will rock that Hidden in the end. Expectedly sitting in that slot basically the entire swapping out process. But here we go.
A bit of an uncharacteristic start to this map, a little bit calmer than the previous maps we've been seeing. A little bit more straightforward. We do see a single miss coming from Satomi on the Hidden, a double miss from Team Blue there on Netamaru and Lume, so the Hard Rock stays intact. Satomi on Hidden does find a couple more breaks, but mashed evenly by Lume a little bit. Netamaru also having a little bit of struggles on this Nomad. Kame and Insomnia both holding the double S's for Team Red, QWHJ as well, matching one of them, but that's not enough to bring the lead back as Netamaru tries to build up that combo to 200 to try and match Insomnia's combo bonus.
Yeah, Lume finding a bit of struggle there. QWHJ goes down on the Hard Rock. Insomnia is having a fantastic performance on this Hard Rock so far. Kame also on the Nomad, beating Netamaru. Every mod player, I think, beating out their counterparts from Team Red to Team Blue. No more misses come down from Lume and QWHJ. 160k lead growing here now for All-Star Red. They are just popping off on this map. Finally, 2 misses come down, but it's still a massive lead.
Yeah, 180,000 points with Kame just putting on a show. Still with a double S about 2/3 of the way through this map. What is this guy made of?
I honestly don't know. I really could not tell you, but Kame is, yeah, absolutely having one of the performances, one of the best performances we have seen in a while. Of course, has to find the misses. We're talking about it. Still, though, way high above the rest of the players in the lobby. Regardless, there's a quarter left to go, but Team Red, unless they just stop playing at this moment, probably have this one locked away, regardless of what happens.
Yeah, it looks like Team Blue was starting to pull some of that lead back, but not able to have a consistent enough combo to be building that lead or get that lead shrinking nearly fast enough to start taking the lead back. And Team Red looking like they're going to take another break point off of the back of Kame's 1 miss performance. 99.94%, 1 miss. Grand Finals, are we sure?
I don't know. I don't think that's allowed, to be honest. I think we need to limit Kame's ability here somehow. That is ridiculous.
We're talking about Kame on the no mod, but QWHJ, 6 misses on Hard Rock is equally as impressive,
Actually,
I think.
Recovered very well there. I kind of neglected the fact that QWHJ kind of struggled in that middle section. Looked like he was falling off a little bit. Yeah, 932k there on the Hard Rock is very, very impressive.
And Hidden 1 coming out immediately from Team Red.
Okay, interesting. That is going all out. Seem to have gained their confidence a little here. And, well, yeah, it's Living Life by Will Stetson. Mapped here by Des9. And, yeah, it's pretty crazy Hidden 1. It's really, really wide spacing. The notes are super separated. And, expectedly from Will Stetson, it's a swing hidden, but it's not a Crowley map. No Crowley swing hidden in the Grand Finals.
Yeah, this Hidden 1 thing is kind of swapping in between like the high spacing and the swing, and then it combines here at the end, right at the end of the tournament to kind of consolidate what this Hidden 1 has been all about and just add some brutality to it. Not to mention CS 4.4, not going to be as straightforward, going to need a little bit of extra precision on top of the high spacing and the swing rhythm to keep track of. Yep,
love swing hidden, but this map is isn't. I mean, I feel like it's kind of redundant to say that a map in this Grand Finals pool is pretty ridiculous to play, but this one definitely is living up to that name, as well as all of them are. And, well, very excited to see the players continue on in their journey, although All-Star Red is having a much better team performance so far. All-Star Blue needing a real comeback at this rate if they want to take this match.
Absolutely. We've got potentially our teams here. Kame, Satomi, Insomnia for Team Red, Spectator, QWHJ, and Lume in for Team Blue. Looking to take a break point, trying to get themselves back in. 2 break points behind now. They're going to need to get 2 more to come back if they want to see that tiebreaker. Or even if they want to, they need to get to. If they want to win, they need to win 2 or more plus tiebreaker. And if they're not able to win this, that puts All-Star Team Red on match point and means that we would have to see a reverse sweep to get to tiebreaker.
Yep, although a fantastic start actually here for Team Blue. A lot of misses coming down from all of the Team Red players, especially though Insomnia, who had a very rough start to the map. They're not exactly sure what happened there, but regardless, puts Team Blue in a good position to start on another team miss from Team Red. Oh my goodness.
5 players in the lobby missed. Lume is the only one who didn't miss on that pattern. And already a 100,000 point lead for Team Blue.
well, we said that Hidden One might give Team Blue a bit of a chance. I'm kind of surprised they didn't pick this earlier on. I would say that Insomnia maybe just having a little bit of a rough time here. Not exactly sure what's going on there. Just having a complete misread of the map. And, well, yeah, Team Blue are just in a fantastic position right here. 160k ahead, and we're only just over a quarter through. Yeah, already it's
Also,
going to get up to 200k if this keeps going.
What is the score from QWHJ so far? 99.7? What? What? Hold on a minute. I don't think that you're supposed to be doing that. QWHJ has been in the corner this whole time and has been performing super well. I almost forget he's there sometimes. But he's the only one holding combo right now and is up to 500.
Just heads and shoulders above the rest of the lobby, of course. As we keep talking about it, the miss had to come down eventually, didn't it? But regardless, that is still a phenomenal score so far, halfway through the map. Team Blue, 300k ahead. We might just see the largest advantage of any map so far by any team. It was 350k for Team Red on DT1, but this is already looking to be a lot more than that.
Yeah, and even with QWHA finding a few misses, they are still 100,000 points ahead of literally everyone else in the lobby, which, that's ridiculous. We get a little bit of a break section here. A few people trying to build up combo above 100. Satomi, Spectator, and QWHJ all there. Gives the other players a chance to catch up, and everyone a chance to try and get to that 200 combo mark. Insomnia is going to be the first to break. All three players on Team Blue do drop, traded twice between Kame and Insomnia. Satomi, last one to break, going into the swing section. And that's a full lobby wipe with 342,000 points in favor of Team Blue. And it's looking more and more likely they might just take this breakpoint right back and bring it down to a one breakpoint game yet again.
Yep. Absolutely. They're doing very well here. Lume having a bit of a struggle part in the last, but that third player difference and the spectacular performance from QWHJ here. Actually, Satomi having a great ending to the map as well. But regardless, that third player difference from that score from Insomnia just a little bit too much for Team Red to have any sort of chance here. And yeah, not quite 350k, but still a quite a large margin, you have to say. Almost 300k in the end there. And yeah, they get another point. It's onto their pick as well. And the comeback, this is where it has to start.
Yeah, absolutely. All-Stars Blue gets a chance to pick and bring it to a 5-3 game if they're able to pick well. No more hidden available to them. They do have a few tech picks throughout the map pool to go with. They did mess up on that Mixed Mod 3, but I still do think Mixed Mod 1 could be a decent pick for them. Both teams avoiding Hard Rock so far. Only mod pool that hasn't been picked yet, so would be interesting to see which team kind of opens Pandora's box, so to speak, with the Hard Rock pool. Seems to have been a pretty common thing between some of the matches in the previous couple rounds, is that Hard Rock has been a tough place to go.
Yep. Yeah, it's been totally avoided here. There's been absolutely no picks in that range. And yeah, they're gonna have to pick into it eventually, surely, right? I mean, they don't actually have to. There's enough maps to send them to tiebreaker, I think, without ever having to play Hard Rock, I think, right? But regardless, I'm kind of surprised to not see it, considering the Hard Rock abilities of some of their players. Notably QWHJ, who's debatably the best Hard Rock player in the world, but still, it's their pick, and they can do whatever they want with it.
Absolutely, just waiting for Team Blue to go with their selection. Got a lot of picks available. That Convert's also still available, though. The Convert might just be a little bit of a 50-50 shot, just with how difficult those patterns are. I don't know if anyone would feel comfortable going with something like that.
Yep. But, yeah, I mean, they really are putting a lot of thought into this one. I mean, it's a pretty critical point in the match as well, down 5-2. the other team only 2 points away now from taking the victory. And it's actually going to be no 1 in the end, the Bunray map, so we might have a mapper advantage a little bit here from
Team Blue,
Bunray, but
Team Blue picking mapper's advantage into Team Red.
Interesting choice.
We'll see if Bunray actually swaps in for it, but Ayuk is the one to come immediately for Team Red.
This is a tough one as well. This is such a fast map. The stamina drains so quickly unless you are you are completely locked and loaded for this kind of map. And,
we definitely do.
The stamina is ridiculous here.
Yeah, stamina's crazy. We do see Bunray coming in for the mapper's advantage on this.
Okay. Fair enough. Somebody is saying he really wants to play, and I think will come in here for Team Red. Maybe putting on a bit of a redeeming performance after that unfortunate score on Hidden 1. And yeah, I mean, Bunray is a classic mapper for stamina maps like this. Most of the community knowing maps like Deadly Force, just being absolutely pure stamina checks, and yeah, this is no different. So, who can hold out the longest is the question here, basically. Here we go into No Mod 1. Team Blues pick. They need this one to land perfectly for them, but Team Red aren't going to give up without a fight. They have a good roster in as well. I think a chance for this one to be pretty close, but it's Bunray who's the first to drop.
Mapper's advantage fails Bunray there. Everyone else holding onto the combo through 200. Lume, the first one to drop for Team Blue. Nedamar going to match that as well. So 2 combos left to 1. Favor of Team Blue, but Insomnia going to find a break pretty soon after Lume trading that, but it is just Kame and QWHJ holding the combos right now, fighting against each other with the double S, but more breaks coming out from Team Blue as that lead starts to shrink a little bit, but Bunray trades that back, and now with Insomnia trading it as well, Team Blue starts to build that lead up yet again.
Yep, still not entirely away here for Team Blue. I mean, it's a bit more than a miss of an advantage. It's still Kame and QWHJ who are battling out those double S's right now. Who will be the first to drop? It's going to be Kame who goes down. Lume also drops there as well as Insomnia. Bunray, I think, missed 2, so the lead continues to advance here for Team Blue. A quarter way through this map, and QWHJ is still holding an FC up to the 1,000 combo mark. Unbelievable score so far from the captain.
Yeah, this is insane. A third of the way through, despite the FC still only about 60,000 points. This is quite a long map. You can see that massive combo. Actually, 2 massive combos. Netamaru at 800 combo as well. The Team Blue really trying to take advantage. Lume having a few consistent drops. Getting traded by Bunray. Insomnia now finding a break as well on that lead for Team Blue. Starts getting even higher and up to the break section. QWHJ still holding the double S.
What a performance we're seeing here from the Team Blue captain QWHJ on No Mod 1. Nedamaru is also almost at 1,000 combo, by the way. Hopefully we don't see any break curses. So many times through this tournament we've seen after a break, players kind of fall apart just a little bit. Their momentum gets stopped a bit, but this slow section shouldn't hopefully pose too much of a trouble. No, it does.
I don't like the
drop.
way,
oh no.
I don't like the way QWHJ is moving these. He's kind of over running some of them almost, and it makes me nervous. It's still holding it. I don't know how we held combo through that.
We're building up again here. It's 100k to Team Blue. A third of the map left to go. Nedamaru drops that big combo, which is big for Team Red as well, with Bunray trades that miss everyone else building up into the next KI now. QWHJ is still holding a double S, by the way, on some kind of performance here. 1800 combo hits that section as well, and we're into the next KI.
I mean, this is not a huge lead, but my entire focus is on QWHJ right now. And we're seeing consistent misses, double miss. No! QWHJ finds a break!
Oh no. Tragic. The second half looks unbelievable, to be fair. These patterns ramping up more and more as the map continues to go on. Everybody losing their combos here. Insomnia and Kame actually do get back up to 200 there. Kame with a good combo as well as Netamaru. Lume building a bit too. It's just sitting around that 6-digit mark, dropping a little below now. Team Red starting to inch the lead back just a little bit, but more misses come out. Bunray and Insomnia drop once again, and the lead goes back up.
Yeah, and the last combo remaining yet again, QWHJ through this ending at 400 combo. There's no way they just got this score. What? Over a million?
A million?
What are you talking about? You're not supposed to do that on Grand Finals. I know that there were some really big spinners, but still.
Yeah, what a score there. I mean, 4 misses, regardless of the spins, just outclassing the entire rest of the lobby. Netamaru had a 963k as well, and a pretty good combo, but yeah, what a score from QWHJ. And Team Blue get their 3rd point here, so they're keeping in the running. They're keeping themselves not too far away from Team Red. They only just need that one break, and they'll be almost back after a good pick.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Team Red gonna get a chance to bring themselves to match point yet again. They can't pick hidden. They did lose the last hidden, but that's all gone. They've got the mixed mods available if they want to keep down that track. But the teams are running out of picks.
Yep.
Red has seemed pretty averse to that DT4, especially with how different it is from DT1 and 3. No one has been picking Hard Rock, and outside of that, it's basically, I mean, it's just the Convert and mixed mods. If I had to guess, probably a mixed mod 1 would be the guess for the pick from Team Red, but realistically, I don't think that's a confident guess.
No, I mean, you know, when you get to this point in the pool, the confidence of the picks is dwindling a little bit for everyone. I think obviously you start really strongly and then you kind of get less confident, but it's going to be Hard Rock 3 here. Picked by Red, so finally we see Hard Rock. After 8 maps being played, we finally see the Hard Rock pool getting picked, and it's going to be, Hard Rock 3, which is an interesting one to go for here, mapped by Zizix. And like many previous Hard Rock 3s, this is the kind of techie, mechanic-y, just, very, very kind of, it's like No More, if No More 2 was a Hard Rock, that's basically what this is, you know? And if Team Red gets this, they'll be up to a match point now as well. So Team Blue, this is really the time to break. When Team Red's still 2 points away, they still have to fight really hard to get there. They don't just need 1, they need 2. So they've got their rosters in now. Here, I think the good lucks are in the chat. We're getting underway. Spectator, Netamaru, and QWHJ. Those last 2 staying in. Spectator coming in for Lume, as we've seen the common swap outs. It's Kame, Insomnia, and Aok here for Team Red. Kame and Insomnia remaining in. And yet again, it's just 1 swap out per team. Bunray leaving here.
Yeah, here we go into the technical nature of this map. Intro catching pretty much everyone off guard. Netamaru the only one able to hold combo through that. And Team Red not having a great time. Aok and Insomnia fighting a few misses back to back. QWHJ after the early miss does recover as well. matching with Kame as Netamaru still holds on to that double S through the intro and gives Team Blue just about a 25,000 point lead, but that miss from Spectator is going to start allowing Team Red to build up a little, or bring that lead back just a little bit. But that's a double miss on both sides, and now that lead's going to stick right around 16,000.
That's the max combo battle between Insomnia and Netamaru at the moment. Everyone else recovering their combos for now, but that lead continues to go down for Team Blue. Down to 7k now. Spectator with another miss. It's actually almost going to swap over. I think it might just, but only by a super small margin to Team Red. A very close point up until this point in the map. QWHJ with a drop there too, as we are building up to the next intense section here. Team Red now in the lead.
And Netamaru drops the full combo as well. We do see a double break on both sides. QWHJ trying to build up. Kame misses as well. Only combo left on the board is QWHJ, and that lead flips right back over to Team Blue.
Yep. In this more dense technical section, QWHJ is building up, putting on a strong captain's performance so far. 378k. Actually very close scores. Spectator lagging a little behind, but in general, everyone super close. And it's only a 4k advantage to Team Blue. So far, halfway through, this is anyone's point to get Team Blue. Need this break. It's two more trades from Insomnia and Spectator. They both go down. Everyone else still building back up. Ayak also finds a drop along with Insomnia. Team Blue increased their lead a little bit more now to about a 1 miss. And we're waiting as York finds yet another drop to build up to this next Ki. Kame as well goes down. That is a big miss. Everyone missing except for Netamaru, actually. The entire lobby going down, but Netamaru has an unbelievable combo. 560 up now to 600, and it's a 50k lead for Team Blue. Spectator goes down, so does Ayak. Those trades continuing to favor Blue. Kame also finding big misses as well as Ayak. They both go down. The lead continues to increase, but QWHJ loses the combo. Netamaru, what are you doing? 800 combo still finally finds a miss. That's the curse, of course.
Trading by Zombie right after, so it's not going to impact the score. The 90,000 points is still going to be in favor of Team Blue, as Insomnia and Netamaru both build up. QWHJ above 200 for a little bit now. Score lead now above 100,000, and Team Blue looking to take a breakpoint on the Hard Rock. Just needs to hold strong through this ending section with such an impressive performance from Netamaru there on that pick. Does find another break, and QWHJ backing them up with a big 500 combo here going into the ending. But that is going to be a breakpoint for Team Blue, and bring it now 2 breakpoints to 2, and Team Blue right back into this match.
Yeah. Honestly, really solid scores there from everyone. Eric and Spectator finding a bit more struggle, but it was really those two Hard Rock juggernauts. We talked a little bit about before Netamaru and QWHJ. Combo and Hard Rock, kind of surprised to not see that come out earlier. I mean, you can see just how effective it is. 900k is the both of them. Neta a little further ahead than the South Korean, but regardless, it's 5-4 and it's back to Blue's pick. They just need one more win here and they'll tie it up after being down a pretty substantial amount.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been doing good since going down 5-1, 3 points in a row, looking to tie it up like you said. Need to make a good pick here. And that Hard Rock went well for them. I could see a Hard Rock 1 coming out from Team Blue, especially if Netamaru is able to put on a performance like they did on that Hard Rock 3.
Yeah, for sure. It was a close point, but I feel like, kind of as we were talking about just before Hard Rock 3 begun, we're kind of in the stage where there's not the most amount of comfortability. All the teams have kind of exhausted the picks that they think they had the best chance on. It's kind of like a no man's land of a map pool where things might get close every single point from this kind of from here on out. So interested to see what they go for now. But yeah, Hard Rock is a good option, I think.
That would be the normal expectation, is that as the picks start to dwindle away in the pool, you start to run out of things that are going to be like guaranteed wins. Though that was just about 100,000 points, so if Team Blue feels comfortable, it feels like that Hard Rock pool is definitely a place where Team Blue could definitely have a higher advantage than anywhere else. Because I don't like either of the mixed mods. Obviously, I don't like DT, and no mod 4 is a 50-50, so Hard Rock 1 does end up coming out as expected.
What a surprise. We do see Hard Rock 1 in the end, and it's a Lorna Shore song, actually. I wouldn't say underrated artist, but maybe underrated in terms of the songs that we've seen from them in the game. I would love to see some more Lorna Shore maps, but maps by Deletto, unsurprisingly here, maps a lot of these kind of metal songs. So it's awesome to see a map like this, and this is an absolute pure Hard Rock 1, just streams absolutely everywhere. It's just exactly what you would expect out of a Deletto map here, and more focused kind of compared to No 1 on kind of controlling your stream ability with that bias CS at 5.8, which is definitely getting up there even for a consistency pick.
Yeah, absolutely. That is just absurd. Especially having to keep it going for over 4.5 minutes is just brutal.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, this is just an absolute banger in my opinion, I think as well. But regardless, we'll probably see the exact same lineups you would expect out of everyone. Maybe Lume might come in here for Team Blue compared to Spectator last time, who maybe did have a little bit of an underperformance, but regardless, the rosters are in. It's Bunray who comes back after a little as well. Insomnia and Kame staying in, who have been in on almost every single point. I think those two might actually... I know, Insomnia was out for Hidden 3, I think, but apart from that, has been in every single time. So, very impressive performances coming out from both. Maybe getting a little tired, but regardless, they're in for Hard Rock 1 now. And a couple early misses coming out from Metamaru and Lume.
Continuing, we do see 2 full combos being maintained for Team Red, 1 from TWHJ on Team Blue, but everyone back up to normal combos except Kame now after the opening misses, and Team Blue going to take a very slightly, especially now with Insomnia finding a break there. Lume going to trade that, give Red a chance to even it out, and 1,000 points of difference
Exactly?
after the opening stream.
Exactly 1k? Not something you see every day, but Blue just barely maintaining that lead, but the combo the FC is dropped from QWHJ. Bunray is going to trade it though, so Lume is still not entirely built up, so Red will maintain this lead just about. It's still only 2k, but another drop here in this slower section from QWHJ. Maybe a little surprisingly, but Team Red continue to build up. Another miss from Lume.
Yeah, we see every single player on Team Red above 200 combo. TWHJ matching now. Lume just behind, finds a miss, helps Red extend that lead. Bunray gonna trade though, but Lume with another miss. That lead's gonna stick around 34,000. But a triple team miss! Oh my goodness, out of that break. And Team Blue's gonna be able to take some lead out of that. Netamaru and TWHJ both holding on well. As Bunray finds another break, and that lead trades extremely quickly, traded by Lume, and that lead is going to stay just about the same, but Team Blue going to take very slight advantage out of Bunray's couple of misses there.
Yep, and they continue to find some more, so Team Blue going to now reach that 20k range. We're halfway through, and this is still pretty much neck and neck. Only a single miss is going to send it the other team's way to Team Red right now, and Lume is going to be that misser, so the lead now going to dwindle. The incredible combo here, by the way, from Netamaru up to 1600 after an early drop is destroying the rest of this map so far. QWHJ now a 4-digit combo of his own, and we're really seeing things start to build up here yet again into the more intense streams, and it's only 4k right now for Team Blue as everyone's above 200.
Yeah, this is so stressful. Insomnia going to break the silence there with it. The first miss in this section. Netamaru approaching 2,000 combo in this 1/3 section. Lume gonna find a break in this slower section as well. 2,000 combo has been achieved for Netamaru there, but still the lead is nothing, especially with that miss from Lume. Insomnia above 200. Lume trying to build that back up to stop it. I think the lead's going to stop right around 4,000, but Funray going to find a miss and give blue team a little bit of breathing room.
Yep. What kind of performance are we seeing here from Netamaru, by the way? QWHJ not far behind after those couple misses in that middle section, but just building right back up. 2,200 for Netamaru. I think 1,600 for QWHJ. This is still only 12k. The red players, by not having quite as high combos, have done very well to keep up at this rate, and we only have one single section, a super long break here, basically stopping all of the momentum the players had there, and we're going to ramp right back up the spinner into this next section now. We only have a little bit of left to go, and Netamaru loses the combo there. The break curse is real, and Red might just take this lead back. Everyone misses except for Insomnia. Insomnia's the only person holding 500 combo. Red in the lead by 5k as well. There's barely any time left to go. It's 7k to Red. Lume drops as well. Will we see any more misses come out? By the way, Netamaru trade. But it's still in Red's advantage.
Oh my goodness.
The break
comes out, spinner hits.
The break, Toph, was what decided it, I think. Wow.
I've never seen...
And Team Red get match point.
I've never been a part of a tournament where so many breaks happen right after... so many misses right after breaks. I don't know why does this keep happening?
Oh, we were saying the momentum was stopping after the break, and Netamaru just got entirely caught out. And yeah, you're right, it's just happened so many times. The spinner, maybe it was a little bit of spinner trap as well. I'm not entirely sure. That's what Netamaru says, that they hate spinners. And it was of course after that, and it will be DT4 here in the end. And well, Red are only one win away here from taking this match.
We'll have to see how this gimmicky map goes. The only DT below AR10. And Team Blue has been struggling on these DT picks, but this one's certainly going to be a little bit easier to read, though. That high CS is going to be brutal.
Yeah, for sure. This is a rough one to control. Just pure, complete platter control needed here on this DT4 pick. And a really awesome and unique song, I have to say, here by Celeb. Mapped by Xgon, who I kind of notice likes these kind of unique type of songs, and yeah, this is a rough one. It's also 4 minutes long, so to control, to have kind of perfect control over that long is pretty rough.
Not quite 4 minutes. It does shrink.
Okay.
It's 3 minutes because of DT.
Oh wait, is this still? Oh yeah, right.
This is
DT
all
hasn't been
before
in,
DT.
has it? Oh my god. I'm actually...
So, yeah, if it was,
I actually just got trolled.
If it was a Pro Tray 8.2 after DT, I would be concerned.
That would be crazy. It's 2.5 minutes. It's 2.5 minutes, not 4
Yes.
minutes long.
We don't have to worry about it being that long.
It's like the most noob caster mistake of all time. Well, at least it was in the Showmatch. In any case, we're on here, and it's Team Red with a match point, by the way. They're only one single map win away from taking this one. Insomnia in here, as well as Eric and Kame, Lume, Netamaru, and QWHJ. I think those three staying in here for blue team to save them. But here we go into DT4.
Absolutely. And spinner battle goes slightly in favor of Team Blue. You can already see that really high CS is kind of brutal to see on a map like this. Especially in DT. Kame going to be the first one to miss. Traded there by QWHJ a couple of times. Insomnia also going to find a miss, but QWHJ with consistent misses is going to keep Red Team in the lead for now as Lume drops and Aok also drops. So last full combo on Team of Blue with Netamaru, and that lead just screams into their favor.
Oh, but Netamaru drops that big combo. Trades coming out there from Aok and Insomnia. Kame also loses that 200, so Team Blue staying in the lead for now. They have the combo advantage too, so they'll continue to build up definitely after those two misses from Insomnia and Aok as well. Up to 50k. Look how quickly that blue bar just jumped up. We're almost halfway through and more misses come down except for Camo, who's the only one holding.
That lead still staying well in favor of Team Blue, though, with QWHJ building up that combo and Insomnia and Aok not able to back up Kame's 200 now. But with a triple miss from Team Blue and Kame still holding on, that lead starts to shrink. And that blue bar is getting smaller and smaller halfway through. Kame looking to put on the carry pants yet again and gets the lead in Team Red's favor.
Kame, what are we doing? 400 combo now. Right back up. The red bar is suddenly exactly where the blue bar was just 15 seconds ago or so. And Kame with 500 combo on this map. No one else can get above 50. Kame is performing unbelievably. Finally finds a drop and has built up an unbelievable lead right now for Team Red. A quarter left to go and they are firmly in the driver's seat with, yeah, I mean, they're only a quarter of the map left from taking this match.
Yeah, Netamaru now the one above 200 combo. Kame trying to build back up. Netamaru finally finding a break. Full team wipe from Team Red. QWHJ trying to hold on. That lead is shrinking. Ooh, massive miss from Netamaru there. Missed the entire stack. QWHJ still holding on to a big combo, but Kame starting to match it nearly at 200, and there might just not be enough time even if they're able to hold on. And Team Red is going to take that by the skin of their teeth and win our All-Stars show match.
Yep, Kame at the end has performed so just superbly in this match. And that is no different of a performance to seal it there for his team. Team Red take the victory in a pretty hot contest, to be honest. I mean, it was really, really hotly contested right up until the end there. If Netamaru, I have to say, didn't miss that stack, you can see on the graph there, just went all the way down.
Yeah.
Might have come back there for Team Blue. It's hard to say.
It's not just Netamaru, too. Lume
and Lume
also
too, right?
missed that whole stack.
That might have honestly decided it. But regardless, very well done to Team Red, and I assume we will see a tiebreaker showcase here.
Yeah, the ref said that we're going to get tiebreaker. Just got to make sure that the players are staying in for it.
And we kind of bucked the trend of show matches ending in a tiebreaker. They Team Red actually just they pull away. They pulled away in the end and won.
Yeah, the straight up win, and we'll just get the little screen up here so that we can swap to a 4v4, get more than just a 3v3 for this tiebreaker, and we'll have a full screen full of chaos for the grand finals tiebreaker.
Oh yeah, love seeing these 4v4s on a truly absurd map. I mean, this original, that's 5 mappers involved, I think. Zizix, AFB, Bunray, Ken, and Connor. Lots of great mappers coming in for this one. Was teased throughout the whole tournament. That map pool showcase reveal was just absolute cinema, you have to say. And
absolutely.
Yeah, it's great to see it being played here.
Seeing the intro cinematic for each of the OC originals this tournament and finally getting the payoff with the grand finals tiebreaker is always so hype.
Yep. So well done. It was an awesome reveal. So I'm ready to see it finally be played in a match here. Who knows if it will actually be played as the weekend advances on. But
we've only got 2 or maybe 3 matches for it to happen, but these teams have shown some very good performances. I'm excited to see just how the matches go, and I would not be surprised to see the tiebreaker come out at least once.
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
But
there's a good chance.
Yeah. Oh, I was just trying to find some things to talk about, but we do have the 4v4 set up and ready to go. We've got our stream set up ready. We've got Satomi, Bunray, Kame, and Ayuk in for All-Star Team Red. We got Netamaru, QWHJ, Lume, and Spectator in for All-Star Team Blue. I imagine the 5th player on Team Red is also still here, but or at least in the lobby, just not up front on the stream.
Yep, Eternity by you here, and this is absolute banger. Yeah, we have the hiddens from Lume and from Satomi, expectedly, and everyone just letting the intro fully play out here. I think is that skippable? I'm not sure, but regardless, a bit of a long intro.
I would assume it is. It looks like they did try to skip it.
I'm not sure. Not sure what happened there. And already misses coming out here from a couple of players.
Oh, these patterns are kind of, for the opening patterns, these are really mean.
Dude, I was like suffering trying to get through the first 30 seconds of this map. I can't lie to you. It's brutal. It's brutal.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you look at a map like this and you see a BPM of 200 and you're like, that's not that fast for what we're talking about. And you see some of the patterns with full hyper wiggles just right out of the gate, and this is the easiest part of the map. Like, yep. You got a lot coming for you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And, well, we will see. I mean, blue team are in the advantage for now.
Netamaru. Last full combo on the board. Hold on.
Wait, hold on.
No, I said his name.
Why did you say anything? SMH.
My bad.
You should have pretended that he didn't exist, and then he would have FC'd the map, surely, right?
That's true.
But
it would have happened.
It would have happened. It would have. That's just how it works. Still the top score for now, as well as Kame doing pretty well out of the gates, kind of surviving that first quarter the best.
Tough technical patterns coming in, as well as some rhythmic changes. That lead, only 52,000 points in favor of Team Blue, despite Netamaru pulling some magic trick and SSing the first 700 nodes. Finds a break, and the lead does start to shrink a little bit as Kame and Satomi both start to build up combo. That's a miss from Satomi, though, and Bunray, and that lead does stay a little bit still in favor of Team Blue, but this is another map similar to what we were seeing in Hidden 1, or not Hidden 1, Hidden 3, I think, where certain parts of this, no one's going to hold combo. There's like almost no point in even keeping track of who's keeping combo, but for now, we do see two big combos, Kame and Netamaru. As I say it, Netamaru does find a miss.
Oh my god.
I can't say this guy's name anymore. I can't say Netamaru anymore.
You need to pretend that he doesn't exist, like we talked about. Just Netamaru is not playing the map.
I think that was an 8-way miss. I'm not gonna lie. That was a lot of misses.
This whole section is destroying everyone except for QWHJ, who's the only combo above 200 or even 100.
Finally, you said QWHJ and they missed.
Damn it! I'm sorry. I messed up. Yeah, that section is absolutely brutal. I mean, there are kind of levels to this map that everything is absolutely crazy, but something is like, I don't think it's humanly possible to even combo some certain parts, At least it doesn't seem like it, but like, some of these players are, it's hard to even say they're comparable to the rest of us, just how they perform is unbelievable, but it's Team Blue with a great lead here regardless.
Yeah. Netamaru
with an S too.
With an S. Kame also with an S. 99% actually.
Even higher. I didn't see in that bottom left corner. It's hard to see all of the accuracies. There's 8 players on the screen. I don't know how the OWC casters do it.
But one way or another, only 2 players with the S rank. We do see a few misses coming abound. Actually, No, I was going to say it again.
No.
I was going to say everyone except Metamaru, and then he missed right after.
I can hear you building up to say the name, but
and
you
then
couldn't quite get there.
I couldn't get there before he already made me curse him.
Yep.
The ending section here, last quarter to come about. Main Kai section is catching a lot of people off guard. Kame, though, holding on to a big combo, and my curses continue as Kame finds a break. Do I say the word Netamaru, or do I not?
Don't say it. Don't say it. Well, it's already too late. You've already said it.
Yeah, but
it's a great combo
this time.
Okay, yeah. I mean, 300 yet again, and we kind of have the repeating song part here. And then we build up into this super intense hype final section. And yeah, I mean, this is a fantastic
See, now
combo
you
from
were the one
Netamaru,
about to say it. See, it's not just me in this case. No one
somehow
able to hold on to
Kame
combo.
is still the highest score, regardless.
Yeah, Kame's just
maybe we've been neglecting
massive combos just in general.
Yeah,
I think there's fewer misses overall. Nearly at that 99% still.
Could even get there in the end, depending on how things go in the end here. But I mean, it's definitely a Team Blue win. If they got to the tiebreaker, who knows what might have happened. But regardless, we'll end this fantastic Grand Finals tiebreaker out. Really, really nice scores here coming out, especially from Kame, Netamaru, Kido HJ up there as well. But
unfortunately, no 99 from Kame. Was not enough combo in the ending to get back up there. But we do see the two S ranks from Kame and Netamaru, and then some A's and B's sprinkled throughout the rest of the squad. But what a tiebreaker! What a map! What a match we saw for this show match. Gives the audience and us some idea of what we might expect to see coming in the following matches, which are both going to be happening tomorrow for grand finals. I'm so excited to see these last two. Of course, first matchup that we'll be seeing tomorrow, 16 UTC, is the United States versus Finland, which will determine who gets third place and who gets to go face off against Argentina for the crown. Again, so excited.
Yep, absolutely hyped for the rest of this weekend to go those last two, or maybe even three matches, depending on how that final grand finals winners bracket match ends up going. But regardless, everyone absolutely stay tuned for this weekend. Do not go away. Do not go on some holiday to miss these matches. You have to be there. And we'll start off with the USA versus Finland.
We'll see you guys then.
Bye-bye.
It slipped right through my fingers. It slipped right through my fingers. You said never let me go. Drop it. I watched it fall away.